Hi guys, welcome to the channel. In the previous video, we discussed about the difference in different states of matter, that is solids, liquids and gases. In this video, we shall discuss the change of states of matter, that how a solid becomes a liquid, liquid becomes a gas, then again how a gas can become a liquid and then the liquid can become a solid, right? I want to consider a solid. Suppose this is a solid, right? So in the solid we have particles. We have got so many particles in the solid, and these particles have, I told you that there is a strong force of attraction between these particles, right? What I am going to do is I am going to provide heat energy to this solid. I am going to heat. For example, suppose this is ice, right? So I am going to heat it. What happens next? So the heat energy that you provide to this ice, the particles of ice, they are bound by a very strong force of attraction, and because of this heat energy, that force of attraction between the particles will be broken. Once the force of attraction between the particles is broken, the particles are free to move. They start moving inside the solid, they start moving. They freely start moving like this. So now the force of attraction between the particles is not much. What happens is, as you supply the heat, a stage is reached when this solid starts melting, and this solid, it becomes a liquid. This solid becomes a liquid, or this ice becomes a water. Ice will become water, right? Because of the heat, right? So when you supply the heat energy, what happens is these particles of the solid, they gain something called as kinetic energy. They gain something called as kinetic energy. This is the energy associated with the moving particles, right? So a stage is reached when all of these particles, they gain more kinetic energy and they become a liquid. They become liquid. That means this solid is going to melt after reaching a certain temperature. Right? You go on heating this ice at certain temperature, you are going to see that this ice is going to become water. This ice is going to melt into water at a certain temperature, and that temperature is called melting point. That temperature is called melting point. What is the melting point? Melting point is the temperature at which a solid becomes liquid. A solid becomes a liquid, right? At atmospheric pressure, right? So melting point is basically a temperature at which a solid melts into liquid at atmospheric pressure. This process of converting solid into liquid is called fusion. This process is called what? This process is called fusion, right? So let me take one more example of something else. Now I have water. Suppose this is water, or this is the liquid. Any liquid you can say. Any liquid, or you can just say water, right? So again you provide the heat energy. So as you provide heat energy, what happens is, there is a force of attraction between these particles. As you provide more amount of heat energy, the force of attraction between these particles is broken down. The particles, they get enough kinetic energy and they move away from each other, and they will become something like this. They will become something like this. So from liquid, they are going to become gas. From liquid, they are going to become gas, right? Because of the heat. So here the liquid is getting converted into gas, and as you start heating the liquids, a stage will be reached. At that point, the liquid is going to become gas, and that temperature at which a liquid is going to become gas is called a boiling point. Is called what? Boiling point. So basically, boiling point is the temperature at which a liquid becomes a gas. The temperature at which a liquid becomes a gas, or a liquid starts boiling. A liquid starts boiling is called a boiling point, and the process of converting this liquid into gas is called vaporization. Is called vaporization. Is called vaporization. Okay. So what happens is, I want to show you all the changes. Suppose you have ice. So ice, if you heat it, it will become water, right? So at what temperature the ice is going to become water? At 0 degree Celsius. At 0 degree Celsius, what happens? The ice starts melting into water. As soon as the temperature of this ice reaches 0 degree Celsius, it starts becoming water, right? So here also you are heating water. So when you heat water, this water, what happens? Up to certain temperature, nothing will happen. Up to 70 degree or 80 degree or 90 degree. As soon as it reaches 100 degree Celsius, what happens? Water starts boiling. Once the water starts boiling, the water is getting converted into water vapor. It will get converted into water vapor, which is a gaseous state. So this is the form of gaseous state. Water is the form of liquid, and ice is the solid form of water. Right. So this you can see 0 degree Celsius is the melting point of water, whereas 100 degree Celsius is boiling point of water. Boiling point of water. So what do you mean by boiling point? Boiling point is the temperature at which a liquid starts boiling. The water starts to boil down at 100 degrees Celsius. After 100 degrees Celsius, what happens is all the water molecules are converted into water vapors. Okay, so that is the change in the state of matter. So you can convert a solid into liquid by heating. You can convert a liquid into gas just by heating. So this is an example for this change of state. So what is the melting point? Melting point is the temperature at which a solid melts into liquid at atmospheric pressure. And what is the boiling point? Boiling point is the temperature at which a liquid starts boiling into gas. And the process of converting a solid into liquid is called fusion. And the process of converting a liquid into gas is known as a vaporization. Now I want you to understand something else regarding this. Right? So is the opposite true? If you heat the solid, it becomes a liquid. If you heat a liquid, it becomes gas. Similarly, if you decrease the temperature, that means if you cool down a gas, it is going to become a liquid. For example, in your home, the gas cylinder that you are using is a gas, but it is a compressed. It is highly compressed. So it becomes what? It becomes a liquid. So gas can become a liquid. Then liquid can also become a solid just by decreasing the temperature or by cooling. Simple example is in your refrigerator. If you just put water, it becomes ice. If you put water, it becomes ice, right? So that is because if you decrease the temperature, what happens? It is going to become a solid. Now, if you look at this ice is there, and you are heating it. So as soon as it reaches 0 degree Celsius, it starts becoming water. So you can say the melting point of ice is 0 degree Celsius. The melting point of ice is what? 0 degree Celsius. So what happens is, here change in this 0 degree Celsius. There is, if you just put a thermometer, thermometer is an instrument used to measure the temperature. Suppose you have put a thermometer into the ice and you are heating it. What happens is, once it reaches 0 degree Celsius, once your thermometer gives a reading of 0 degree Celsius, there will be no change in the thermometer until all the ice is getting converted into water. Unless and until all the ice gets converted into water, what will be not there? There will be no change in the thermometer. Why? Why there is no, even if you are supplying heat, there should be change in the thermometer, but there is no change in the temperature. Why? Why? Because the heat, after reaching 0 degree Celsius, the heat that you are going to provide, it is used to convert ice into water. Even after 0 degree Celsius, once the thermometer reading says 0 degree Celsius, what happens is, even if you are providing heat, there will be no change in the thermometer reading. That is because the heat that you are providing is used to convert this ice into water. So unless and until all the ice is getting converted into water, there will be no rise in the temperature. Okay, so this heat is called as a hidden heat. This heat is called what? Hidden heat, because it is hidden into the contents of the beaker. This heat is known as what? Hidden heat, or we can also call it as a latent heat. This heat you can also call it as what? Latent heat. Latent means hidden. Latent means what? Hidden. Okay, so this heat is also known as what? Latent heat. Latent means the heat which is used to convert the one state of matter into the other. Okay, it is not showing any rise in the temperature. That is called latent heat. That is called what? Latent heat. Right? So this heat will not show you the change in the temperature. Similarly, what happens? Suppose the water is there and you are heating it, and after reaching 100 degrees Celsius, it starts becoming water vapor. It starts becoming what? Water vapor. Right? So you can see, as soon as the thermometer reaches 100 degrees Celsius, there will be no change in the thermometer reading. It will show only 100 degrees Celsius. That is because the heat that you are providing is being used to convert water into water vapor. Okay, you are converting water into water vapor. You are providing heat energy, but there is no change in the reading of the thermometer. That means that heat is getting used to convert water into water vapors. That means that heat is hidden. That heat energy is hidden, that you are not able to see it, but you can see its action. That is, it is converting water into water vapor. So that means this heat is called what? Latent heat. This heat that is hidden into the contents of the beaker is known as latent heat. Now there is something called as latent heat of fusion. I hope you understood what is latent heat. Latent heat is the heat which is used to convert the state of matter from solid to liquid or liquid to gas. Then there is something called as latent heat of fusion. You know what is the meaning of fusion? Fusion means is the process of converting solid into liquid, right? So what do we mean by latent heat of fusion? Latent heat of fusion is nothing but it is the amount of heat energy. It is the amount of heat energy required to convert 1 kg of solid into liquid at its melting point and at its atmospheric pressure. Okay, I'm going to repeat it. What is latent heat of fusion? Latent heat of fusion means the amount of heat energy. What is the amount of heat energy required to convert 1 kg of solid? You have to take 1 kg of solid and you heat it at its melting point and atmospheric pressure, and that is going to become liquid. So the amount of heat energy required to convert 1 kg of solid into liquid at its melting point and at its atmospheric pressure is known as latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion. Then there is something called as latent heat of vaporization. How I think you can easily define what is the latent heat of vaporization if you know what is vaporization. Vaporization is nothing but it's the process of converting liquid into gas, right? So liquid into vapors, you can say, right? So it is the amount of heat energy required to convert 1 kg of latent heat of vaporization. It is the amount of heat energy required to convert 1 kg of liquid. 1 kg of liquid into vapors. Into what? Vapors, or you can say gas also, at its boiling point and at atmospheric pressure. This is known as latent heat of vaporization. Okay, I hope you understood. What is the melting point, what is boiling point, what is latent heat of fusion, and what is latent heat of vaporization. Melting point is the temperature at which a solid becomes liquid at its atmospheric pressure. Boiling point is the temperature at which a liquid starts boiling. The process of converting solid into liquid is known as fusion. The process of converting liquid into gas is known as vaporization. The latent heat is the heat energy which is used to convert one state of matter into another state of matter. For example, solid to liquid or liquid to gas. That is known as latent heat. It is also known as hidden heat. It is hidden into the contents of the beaker. Latent heat of fusion is the amount of heat energy required to convert 1 kg of solid into liquid at its melting point and at its atmospheric pressure. And latent heat of vaporization is nothing but it is the amount of heat energy required to convert 1 kg of liquid into vapors at its boiling point and at its atmospheric pressure. I hope you understood this. Okay, thank you very much.